Now, Ukraine's neighbor, Poland, has welcomed over 2 million refugees since Russian invasion began. With the migrants facing a lack of accommodation, volunteers, NGOs and private firms have turned the Warsaw Central Station into a refugee camp. Here's a report.
Over 27 days since the war between Ukraine and Russia began, and even now there seems to be no end to the problems, especially the Ukrainians are facing. Each and every day, thousands of people are migrating away from their homes to get into safer territory, even as the two leaders, both in Ukraine and in Russia, are unwilling to relent. We are here at the central station in Warsaw, where it is one human for another. It's a complete ecosystem that has been set up for the refugees who are coming in huge numbers through various borders, landing up here where various forms of assistance is being given to the people who turn up. Now, to tell us about what's exactly happening, I have Arthur here, one of the key coordinators. If you could tell us each of these kiosks, what exactly is happening and how are you helping the people who are coming in from Ukraine?
We're offering different help, so depending on the needs of the people who come here. So most of the people will come like in a state of shock, very hungry and super, how do you say, like...
Emotional.
Exactly. So they might need a cup of coffee, they might need tea, but most of the people will definitely need a place to stay for a long time. Most will ask for accommodation for until the end of the world, which is pretty much impossible right now. Warsaw is pretty full. Yeah. We're offering them accommodation in private houses, we're offering them accommodation in governmental big halls and big
so that's happening right here, all the registration process is happening right
What we're offering here is the transport and the accommodation, so people are coming to offer houses and people are coming to ask for accommodation as well, so we're trying to connect both of them.
We also understand that it's not just in Poland, but you're also assisting them to move to other European countries as well, if the country is willing to accept them. How is that process going about?
There's a lot of help of different states and countries. There is buses and planes going every day to Portugal, to Spain, to Finland, to Sweden, and there's a lot of help. We are trying to just ask what exactly their needs are and direct them a bit, or give a hint what can be next. Because the biggest question here is, what do I do next? And this is pretty much, we don't have the answer to that. So this is responsibility of everyone that's coming here. But I understand that once they come here, they feel pretty safe and they want to stay because it's kind of the first safe point when you cross the border. But the problem is it's pretty full right now, so we're trying to encourage people to go somewhere further.
Thank you for speaking to us. Well, that was the word from him, who has of course given us a lowdown as to what's exactly happening at these kiosks. Meanwhile, this entire central station, which earlier of course just housed people who used to come here to board their trains, had certain shops. Now the entire thing has been of course converted to various kiosks. Here of course registration for volunteers is going on. Anybody from Poland or any part of the world who's coming here to help the people can officially register as volunteers. On this side you have another interesting aspect that's going on. You can see for people who come in need of medication, in need of first aid. Some of them, mind you, are coming in from regions where there is extensive shelling, there is gunfire that's going on. Some of them of course have fled from those regions as well, and they are being helped in this particular area. There are of course expert doctors who could look into various health conditions. Meanwhile, another interesting aspect here is of course when people leave Ukraine, they're unable to contact their family members, unable to reach out to their neighbors, a lot of their belongings left behind. Communication becomes a big issue. There are certain companies here which are offering free SIM cards to the people who are coming here. I have one of them here with me. If you could tell us, what sort of help are you guys giving to the people who are coming in from Ukraine?
Well, basically what we are doing is we are distributing the free SIM cards with 20 gigabytes of internet and some free minutes so that they can make the calls back to Ukraine to their friends and family. And this package is for free. It's valid for 30 days. And after 30 days, they can renew it at any store convenient for them.
Thank you. Well, that's what they are doing. Of course, there are a couple of companies doing something similar. Outside this particular venue, of course, there's more happening where there are people, of course, getting access to hygiene products, sanitary pads. There are, of course, diapers for children. There's nutritious food available for the people as well who are coming in. So all sorts of help, mainly driven by volunteers, companies and agencies who are coming forward to help these people in need.